Welcome back to another episode of Life with Amir and Dahlia.
Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing pancakes for my munchkins and I, and these are the ingredients that I'm going to be using. In this bowl, I'm going to be mixing my dry ingredients, and then in this small bowl, I'm going to be mixing my wet ingredients, and then at the end, I'm going to mix them all together. For milk, I'm going to be using 1 cup. Just 1 cup. Put it into my eggs. Mix it really good. And then for my vanilla extract, I'm gonna be using 1 tablespoon. And also 1 tablespoon of oil. So now I'm gonna put my wet ingredients away, and I'm going to start off with my dry ingredients, which will be 1 cup of self-rising flour, pour that in there. Also 2 tablespoons of baking powder. A pinch of salt, not a whole bunch, so just a little bit. A pinch of cinnamon. And 3 tablespoons of sugar. Just gonna mix that up really good. Okay. And I'm going to get my wet ingredients and pour it in there. And just mix it up really good. So I'm done mixing up my ingredients together, and it is a little bit runny, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more flour. I'm gonna try like 2 tablespoons of flour. So let's see where that gets us. You don't want it too runny or too dry. Still kind of runny. Okay, let's try 2 more. Dulces. Ya vamos a desayunar. Ya vamos a desayunar. Mami va a hacer pancakes. Okay, so my batter looks perfect now. It's not too runny or too dry, so I think I'm gonna keep it this way. So it ended up being a cup and 4 tablespoons of self-rising flour. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my oven. So while this starts heating up, I'm just gonna go ahead and clean up this mess that I did. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so it looks like my pan is hot enough, and I know I need to get a new one because it's all scratched up, but I've had it for so many years, but it works just fine. So I'm gonna be using butter so it won't stick. I know some people use oil or this food spray, but I'm gonna be using butter. Okay, so this is my first one, and I just
Mommy, Papa.
I know it's the perfect time to turn it when it starts getting all these bubbles. So I'm just gonna wait a little bit longer. Okay, so this is the finished look of my pancakes. I made like 3 because I'm gonna share with my princess, and Amir's already eating, so I'm gonna go ahead and pause this video for the moment to enjoy my breakfast with my kids, and I will see y'all in a bit. Okay, so I'm back. I'm just gonna run to the grocery store with my kids to get a few items that I'm missing for today's dinner, and just go from there. Canta ABC.
A, B, 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 H, I, O, W, X, Y, O, red, Y, O, red, O, 1, 0, 8, 8, dead, other run. Day to you. Happy day to you. Cha cha cha. Happy day to you, Daya. Happy day, Papi. Happy day, Mommy. Happy day, me. Bye, Jojo. Joke. Yeah.
Bravo. Okay guys, so what you saw there was Amir singing the alphabet and counting his numbers, and he kind of got mixed up with Spanish and English, and the reason for that is because Spanish is his first language, because me and my husband speak to him in Spanish because we're both Hispanics, but from TV, cartoons, and maybe hearing other kids, he does tend to obviously, you know, get some English. So due to cartoons, he knows some colors, shapes, and numbers in English. But the mostly language that spoke to him at home is Spanish. So what I really want to talk about today in my vlog is the importance of talking and reading to your child, and the importance that it is to do it from the beginning. And from the beginning, I mean from the moment you discover that you're pregnant. It is very important to always read. And I know it sounds kind of silly, you know, because you're pregnant, you don't have your baby right in front of you, but it is very, very, very important. So from the moment that I discovered I was pregnant, I would buy all these like baby books and just read out loud, and you know, because that's, you know, what they taught me when I was going to school, you know, that how important it was to talk to your belly. So I have a 2-year degree in early childhood education. So I'm not a teacher, you know, I only qualify to be a teacher's assistant. So, you know, I'm not an expert and I'm not, you know, like quite a professional in this, but I did learn a lot throughout my career, the importance of reading, talking to your kid, and just spending quality time with them. Okay, and a lot of things you don't have to go to the store and buy them. Ajá, ¿qué letra es?
Emma.
M. See, right there, he does get kind of mixed up with Spanish and English, but that's because, you know, he hears both languages. Well, you know, it's mostly in Spanish, but to letters, numbers, shapes, and colors, he does also hear them in English. So there with the M, he kind of got mixed up, and, you know, in Spanish it's M, and in English, obviously, it's M. So he tried to say M, but at the same time said it in Spanish as well. And it's very normal. We'll get mixed up a little bit in the beginning, but it's totally natural, and, you know, it'll go away by the time they start growing up. So like I said, you don't really have to go to the store and, you know, buy all these expensive stuff, expensive books and flashcards and, you know, whatnot. No, a lot of things you can do at home, and I love being creative, and I learned a lot throughout my career. So what I did here was, so he could know the colors, was that I got about some construction papers, markers, and I did these when Amir was really little. So they've been with us for a long time, and as you can tell now that he's growing up, it's, you know, they're getting kind of messed up, but, you know, it's worth it. So yeah, so that's how he's learning the colors. And I know they're in English, but I also repeat them a lot in Spanish. So just as a quick example, mira, ¿qué color es?
P.
¿Ah?
P.
No, ¿qué color es?
Pío.
Blue.
Blue.
Azul.
Esto.
Mira, ¿y qué letra es? ¿Qué letra es esta?
Bro.
No, pero la letra. Letter.
P.
B. Good job. ¿Qué letra? Mira, ¿qué letra es esta?
W.
W. ¿Y qué color es? ¿Sabes el color? ¿Sabes el color? ¿Ah?
P.
A ver, Emiri, ¿qué color es este?
T.
¿Ah?
T.
No, papi, ¿qué color es? Ya lo sabes.
Red.
Red. ¿Y qué letra es esta? ¿Qué letra es?
B.
No, la letra.
T.
R.
¿Qué?
R. R.
No, T.
Oh, a ver. ¿Cuál? Dila otra vez.
T.
Ah, muy bien. Sí es la G. Good job, papi. So yes, like I said, I did these at home with markers and construction paper and some color pencils. And I had all the colors. But, you know, Amir, he started getting older and started kind of ripping them apart. So yeah, they're getting older. I do have to do some new ones, but yes. So these are the colors that I did, and like I said, you know, a lot of this stuff you can do at home.
Mommy.
And I also had some shapes. I don't know, you know, people that follow me on Instagram and Snapchat, I sometimes would post videos and pictures. I with cardstock colored paper, I did the shapes, like, you know, they were kind of big, and I put the thick popsicle sticks, and I do some eyes on each shape. Actually, I glued eyes on each shape. And for the smile, I would do the name, like, for example, if it was a circle, it had the the smile shape, and it said circle. So for every shape, like, it had the name as a smile. But they started getting really old, and Amir, you know, he would grab them, and, you know, so he would bend them, and, you know, sometimes even like chew on them. So I had to throw those away, and they weren't laminated. The colors are laminated, so I have to redo those again. But that's another thing that you can do at home. Just cut out the shapes any size that you want, and, you know, just say them in the languages that you want, and, or, you know, that you know. And so yeah, so that's another thing that you can do at home for shapes. The numbers, I also did these at home. I had some white flashcards, and I had the number stencils as well. And I buy everything at the dollar store. You know, I love Dollar General. You know, you get everything for like $1.50. So, you know, you don't have to spend all all this money, and you know, so yes, so a lot of actually most of these things I do at home. And just yesterday I lost the number 2, so that sucks, but oh well, so I'll find it. So yes, I had the number stencils and I just traced them in these flashcards, and behind them I have like the 1 in letters, and you know, with the polka dots. So like for 3 it's 3. And I did these at home, and you know, I did them with Amir when Amir was a baby, so he loves numbers too. So yes, I just kind of, you know, just go through them with him. Amir, ¿qué número es este?
One.
¿Cuál?
One.
Ay, good job. Y a ver, ¿te sabes este?
Never.
Oh, mira, este es el 0.
Never.
0, papi. Este es el 3.
No.
3.
Esta.
¿Qué número es?
No.
¿Qué número es?
One.
No, ese no es el 1, papi. Es el 6. 6.
No, mami.
¿Qué número es?
One.
No. A ver, ¿y este cuál es?
One.
No, te está haciendo el chistoso, papi. Es
No.
8. So with numbers, he is still kind of, you know, having, it's taking him a little bit longer to recognize them, but so he's not as familiar with numbers as he is with letters and colors right now, but you know, that's totally normal because he still is very young. But you know, we're getting there, and you know, like he said before, like this was the 0. Like he knows some numbers but not all, and he knows to distinguish them. Like he knows the difference between numbers and letters. Like when he sees a letter, he says, you know, oh, letter, or when he sees a number, he says, you know, number. So he does know how to distinguish between both numbers and letters. But of course he doesn't know all the numbers, but you know, we're getting there. And now moving on to letters. These are brand new. I am just started making them because like I said before, a lot of things he has tore up. But I had some already, but they were getting really
Mami,
old.
not W.
Oh, sí, W. Muy bien, papi. So I had to make some new ones. A ver. ¿Cuál es esta? ¿Cuál es esta? ¿Ah? Akira. ¿Qué letra es?
No, esta.
¿Qué letra es?
No.
Oh, muy bien, papi. ¿Qué es esa? S. Muy bien, papi. So every time he says something, and if he does say it in English, I tell him in English as well. I mean in Spanish as well. Q, muy bien, papi. Es R, papi. R, pero R empieza con red. So every time he does see the letter R, he tends to say red, like the color, because he knows it starts with with R. Ah, muy bien, papi. Oh, but yes. So I always tell him, you know, it's not red, it's R. But at least, you know, he's already recognizes that letters make words. Yes, like I said, I also had the letter stencils, and I put them in. I put them in flashcards, and you know, I just go through them. But yes, I still need to finish some of these. Some of these are not colored in. And now moving on to these frogs. Again, I did these at home, and I die cut the frog when I was working with the school system, and I brought one home and, you know, did them, and they're really old as well. Like their tongues, you know, it's kind of smearing off, and some of their eyes are, you know, already off, but yeah, they and I laminated them as well. And when I was working with pre-K, they used to have in YouTube the song Five Green and Speckled Frogs, so I decided to make it more funner and actually, oh sí, está la grandota, ¿verdad?
Sí.
So I decided to make it funner and actually do the frogs, and you know, when he was little, I still do, I would sing the song, you know, Five Green and Speckled Frogs, as I held up the frogs. And I know I need to make new ones, and I will be doing new ones soon. the good thing about this is that, you know, everything Emir says and learns, Dahlia will also be catching up, you know, very soon. So, you know, like I said, it's just very important to read to them and talk to them a lot, and, you know, always do open-ended questions. So yeah, I just, you know, when Emir was a baby, I would always get the routine, you know, after breakfast, I would sit him down and we would just read books, and he loves books. He loves getting them, you know, he asks for them every day, you know, he loves numbers, letters, you know, and it's very important. You always have to do it in a fun way, and you never, like, make them want to read. You always do it in a fun, creative way, and, you know, if you know, sometimes there are days where they just don't show interest, and that's perfectly normal. You know, if they don't show interest one day, then, you know, just kind of rest a little. But yes, it is very important to do it almost every day. We're trying to get on the bed because she wants to eat everything she sees. Dalia, ¿qué es? So now moving on to books. These are some of the books that I read to him. Well, him and Dahlia now. And if you follow me on Snapchat, I did put a video of Emir talking about the moon. So he really loves this book because it talks about the moon. And he's been obsessed with it. Like, he saw it one night that we were outside. He pointed to it and he asked me what it was. And I said it was the Luna, the moon. So, I don't know, it just really got stuck to him. So, when he got this book on the mail, he was like, oh, Luna, Luna. So, yes, he's obsessed with it. And it's really cute, nice book. ¿Dónde está la luna? Ah, muy bien. And it's so funny because actually this is like the shape, but, you know, he recognized it and said Luna. Smart kid.
Mami, number de Dalia.
¿Tiene el nombre Dalia?
Sí. El vivo el vivo.
Hey.
Luna.
Luna, tiene el libro de la luna.
Sí, Dalia.
I have a huge mess now.
And chocolate.
Just have to clean it up. Oh, and he also likes this little book. He got it at the doctor's office, and it's actually in Spanish and English. He loves it because it's all about vehicles. And he loves to pretend that he's reading, and he loves reading books to Dahlia as well. It's so cute. Okay, so I think that's it for today. I really don't want to bore y'all and, you know, just keep talking. So I think that's it for this vlog. So I'm gonna go ahead and close up this video. ¿Qué son esos? El yellow, amarillo.
El talla
Hey. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and turn on your bell button so you can be notified every time I upload a video. So I really hope y'all enjoyed this video and I helped some of you guys. So I'll see y'all in the next video, and I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their day, and God bless. Peace. Dalia, di mama. 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 Come, papi. Come. New items, and ¿qué es, papi? ¿Libro? ¿Y de qué habla el libro? ¿Ese es otro libro? ¿Y de qué habla ese libro? Mira, está llorando Dalia. Mira, le voy a ir a dar de comer y ahorita hablamos más de libros, ¿ok? ¿Ese de qué es? ¿De qué se trata?
El luna vivo.
Es la luna. Please remember to always like, comment, share, and subscribe, and turn on your bell notification